Hello and welcome to episode 25 of Cooking Every Food in the Game. We are going on a big journey today. We have lots to do. We are gathering and cooking the ingredients for a summer pie, a dragonfruit pie, and a mushroom pie. Hence why we are standing next to these celloceps, and we will be chopping these down for the 1 in 100 chance of obtaining a celloceps cap, as that is the ingredient required for our mushroom pie. So a bit more work to do than we're used to today, and that's just fine. We will be indeed trading our typical green gear to look like an absolute lumberjack tank, as we will be taking on the tar monsters as we run through the sticky swamp of Fossil Island. Right, there is a designated world to cut down these celloceps, so I'll be joining my fellow woodcutting enthusiasts, and I will be obtaining that mushroom cap in due time. Alright, let's do this. Let's get cutting. Chop, chop. Alright, so we can see we obtain these regular mushrooms from our celloceps, which you can use to assist you with teleporting around the area, break your fall. We also obtain the Mortmire fungus, which we can use to make super energy potions. But we're not here to do any of that. We're here for our 1 in 100 chance of the celloceps cap. Let's hope we're lucky. Alright, we'll drop these as we go through. It's a shame to waste mushrooms like that, but we're not here for it. We also obtained the Numelites, the currency, if you will, of Fossil Island, but we won't be needing that really either. We can also obtain fossils from this. Now, once you fully cut the celloceps into the celloceps sprout, you must run to the next spawn point through the swamp. And you'll see why we traded out our gear for something a bit more protective. Or maybe you won't, if nothing attacks us. No, there we go. We've got a tar monster ruining our day. It's alright, we'll ignore him and go straight to cutting our celloceps again. It's actually good woodcutting XP as well, if you do need to do some woodcutting. I, for one, despise woodcutting. It's one of my least favourite skills. And I guess once I finally need to grind out some woodcutting, I'll be doing this method, as it is a bit faster. I don't mind that it's a bit more click intensive. Right, so we've depleted this one as well. And so now we'll run to our next spawn point. Back past the tar monsters. Get away from us, champ. Come on, let us past. Sometimes some vines get in the way and we can clear those. You can see that I've brought some Saradomin brews in our inventory as well to heal us in case we get damaged. I'll be definitely making these in a future episode. Well, it's not necessarily cooking, it is indeed something that can heal us, so I will show how you can make those for yourself. Looks like again we have not obtained our celloceps cap from this one. It's going to take a bit of effort, that's for sure. Alright, and here's where, when I was talking before about the regular mushrooms we get, you can jump on this rubber cap mushroom here to take you back to the starting position. But you will need something to break your fall on the other side, and that is where these mushrooms come in handy. So we will hold on to a couple so we can replenish our landing pad once we jump on this rubber cap mushroom. And you can see we've obtained an unidentified medium fossil from our woodcutting as well. You can go and take these to the dig site, polish these off to make fossil pieces. And you can do a few different things with those. But none of them cooking, so we're not really here for that. Chop chop! Alright, so we've depleted that one. And now we're on to our last celloceps here. So we'll chop this one down and then we'll go jump on our big rubber cap mushroom to return to the starting point. Can't remember exactly how many mushrooms we need to replenish the landing pad. So we'll see this in action now though. Launch ourselves. Oh, and splat. Right, so if we didn't have those mushrooms there, we would have taken a lot of damage. That looks like 9 to me. So then we fill it up. Excellent. And then we'll take our potions back. Great. Reorganize our inventory. And another fossil, this time a small one. Right, so now we've visited all 6 spawn points for the Celiceps. And hopefully we won't have to do too many laps of this entire place in our quest to get our Celicep cap. Not exactly keeping count of how many we've chopped. 1 in 100 doesn't seem too bad. You do get the mushrooms pretty quickly. It's just the laps through the place which actually take a bit of effort. Chop, chop. Come on, give us this cap. You know what they say, food always tastes better when you cook it yourself. Right, and so this mushroom pie can only be at its best when we obtain the Celicep cap ourselves. There we have another fossil. Great. Only got 5 free inventory spaces now. That's okay. I guess you could say there's not mushroom left in our inventory. Alright, so that's that one depleted. We'll go back to the start. We'll go jump on our big rubber trampoline. Whee! Plonk. Ah, yes, we've got it. Celicep cap. Perfect. That is our ingredient for our mushroom pie. Woo! Alright, on to the next ones. And welcome back. We are now in the Farming Guild, one of my favourite places in the game. Love the music here. Love the aesthetic. One of the best guilds in the game, in my opinion. And we are standing next to our fully grown Dragonfruit tree. Now this sapling was not cheap. It was a couple 100,000 GP. That, I guess, as we've seen from my cape, I know a bit about farming, but I forgot how expensive these things were. But well worth it to obtain ourselves a Dragonfruit, as it will definitely be needed to make our Dragonfruit pie. So let's check the health. I paid some coconuts to our lovely gardener here, Nikki, so she made sure that it grew for us. So we get some XP, and now we'll pick our delicious Dragonfruits. Dragonfruit's got to be one of my favourite fruit in real life as well. Absolutely delicious. Very underrated. Alright, so now we've got our cap from our wood cutting. We have our Dragonfruits. Now we need our ingredients for our summer pie. So let's grab those out of the bank and make our uncooked pies. Okay, so as you can see, we have our strawberry, our watermelon, and our apple, the 3 ingredients required to make a summer pie. And so we have our 3 pie shells as well in our inventory. We may have to get more if we end up burning some of these pies, but we'll see about that. We'll see. So first of all, I guess we'll take our hard-earned Celicep cap and add that to a pie shell. Beautiful, we have an uncooked mushroom pie. Next, we'll take our Dragonfruit, or one of, add it to a pie shell, and we'll just make one. Uncooked Dragonfruit pie. Next, we'll have our final pie shell, add in a strawberry. Ah, I've been exposed. You know what we're going to have to do now is get some spicy stew. Alright, let's go and do that. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, we are back in a different location. We are in Edgeville, in Doris's house. Now, why am I here? You might notice in my inventory I have 4 stews, which I will show you how to cook in the next episode. as a bit of a spoiler / to get you excited. I also have 4 different colours of spice in my inventory. Now, this spice can be obtained in Doris's basement, the dwelling of Evil Dave. And you can bring your cat here to take on hell rats and obtain spice to boost your skills. Flipper, I'm a bit busy, mate. So I'll go upstairs again, just so we can clearly see me. And these different coloured spice can boost different skills. Right? So your orange spice, which is what we'll be using to boost our cooking, is for production skills. The red spice is for combat skills. The yellow spice is for character development. And the brown spice is for resource skills. Right, so at the moment I only have 1 of each spice just to show you all. But what you do is for the maximum boost, you add 3 of that spice to the stew. So you can see this went from orange spice 4 to orange spice 1. And now we have a spicy stew, and luckily this Runelight plugin shows the possible boosts we can get from this. Right, so if it manages to boost our cooking to 95 from 90, we'll be able to make our summer pie. However, if not, we will have a backup plan. Right, so if it works, we're going to quickly teleport to Lumbridge, because even though there's a range here, we don't want to use that range. So let's go to Lumbridge first, actually. Right, we know that's our kitchen of choice. And we know we've got a higher chance of cooking things. Because even if we boost our cooking to 95, there's no guarantee we'll cook the summer pie on the first try. At which point I'll go grab another pie shell and some more ingredients, and we'll go to our backup plan. Okay, so let's drink this spicy stew and see what boost we get. We have done nothing to our cooking level. Fantastic. Alright, so with that, we are unable to boost our cooking to 95 to make the summer pie. It was a low chance, I'll give it that. But we have a backup plan, so I'll be right back. Okay, we are back with our backup plan. We can see this Chef's Delight Matured Ale in our inventory. And this will allow us to reliably boost our cooking level by 6, although it does scale the boost depending on what your cooking level is. Right, and so this was our backup plan all along. I thought it would be fruitful to show everyone the spicy stew method, as I will be cooking stews and talking about that in the next episode. And for a very special episode later on in the series, I will be showing how to brew certain ales, though the whole maturity part is something we'll get into then, but it is a great challenge. Though they are very useful, it was not cheap. But we have our Chef's Delight, and you can see I've got multiple strawberries, watermelons, and apples to make multiple summer pies, as even with the boost, there is still a decent chance that we will burn one. Right, so let's drink our Chef's Delight, and we can see our cooking is boosted up to 96. And so let's use our strawberry on our pie shell, which will make part summer pie. And so let's make multiple of these, not taking any chances. We use our watermelon on the part summer pie to again make part summer pie. And we'll finish them off with our cooking apples to make a raw summer pie. Alright, now let's get to cooking. Let's first cook our mushroom pie that we worked so hard to get our Salicep cap. Beautiful. This will boost our crafting level by 4. Next, our uncooked dragonfruit pie. There we are. That will raise our fletching level by 4. And then our summer pie, we'll just cook one of them to get our summer pie. And that will be plus 5 agility. We may as well cook the rest, actually, for that bit of extra XP there. As we can see, I do need it. See if we burn one. Ah, there we have a burnt pie. Such a shame, all that work. But that's why we grabbed backups, because if that was the first one, I may have been a bit upset. And I hope you've been enjoying the journey thus far. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed this one. I enjoyed making it. I'm enjoying bringing the rest of this series to you. So please subscribe so you can see more. Until then, I'll see you next time.